इधर से इधर
The foothills of the Himalayas are almost isolated in winter, a perfect time for the four of us to plan our expedition to the Goecha Pass. Matthew and Laurent from France, Tyson and myself from Australia, along with local Sikkim guide DB. We arrived in Darjeeling and began our long preparation. We got over 100 kilos worth of gear, we got 4 yaks and 5 porters working for us, all arranged through Trek Mate, Darjeeling. Kick-ass bunch of guys. All up should take us about 8 days. Few people ever attempt Goecha Pass in the middle of winter. I mean, we're going to expect below freezing temperatures in the daytime. There'll be black ice sitting on the track everywhere. Look at that. It's very easy to slip and fall and injure yourself. And if conditions deteriorate in the middle of winter, which they can, just like that, whoa! Well, there's a good chance we may not be able to get to the pass at all. Despite this, we're going anyway. After loading our gear into a jeep, we set off on the 5-hour ride from Darjeeling to Yeoksang, the base of the expedition. From here we would set off the following day. Although at this stage, our organisation was far from 100%. Well, this is day 1 of the Goecha Pass. Hasn't really got off to a promising start. Still waiting for our guide to show up. And this is probably the smallest town in all of India. Bit for a walk up there and that's it. Just got to sit back and wait for the guy to show up. If he doesn't, who knows what's going to happen.
Well, it was a very expensive ride to Yeoksang.
For a ride to Yeoksang,
500 Australian.
500 Australian bucks. Amazing. Money well spent.
$1,000 to $100 an hour.
The first day's weather was a good sign of things to come. We would need good weather every day for the 7-day expedition. First day of the actual trek. We're going up to 3,000 metres today. We're in Yeoksang and we're 1,700 metres, so we're going up quite high. But that assumption was looking less likely as the morning dragged on. We got off to a late start due to our permits being organised. This caused a bit of frustration, but still couldn't dampen our spirits. Still, things can only get better. Shortly after setting off, we came across some not so subtle reminders caused by the devastating earthquake which hit this area on September the 18th, which registered 6.9 on the Richter scale. We came across endless landslides throughout the day, which in some cases had swept away the track itself. We made it to our first camp just before sunset. So we're here at Bakim, 2,700 metres. We should be further up, but we got a 10:30 start this morning. Lunch was really long, and apparently we're staying in this abandoned shack, which was abandoned due to the earthquake. And we're sleeping upstairs, and downstairs you can see all the cracks from the earthquake. Don't think we're going to get much sleep tonight. Here our cooks prepared the first of many delicious meals. Porridge. We would live up a diet of high carbohydrates, which would be crucial to maintaining our energy over the next week. 1,100 metre ascent lay ahead of us at the start of the second day. Here we would go above the tree line, and the mountains would reveal their true colours to us. Going from 2,700 to 4,000 metres today. It's our luggage. It's going to go on the back of all these yaks here, all these bad boys.
There's a Jongri. Then Jongri, from Jongri, after Jongri we have to go to straight. Then we go down there. There's a river. It came from the Goecha, one river, Onglathong glaciers up there. The river, another river. Yesterday we had there.
Yeah.
We crossed the river. That river is up there. The rivers came from the glacier up there, nearby Goecha.
Yeah.
And from after Jongri we have to go to straight, then way down there, then cross the river, then we have to follow the valley up there.
Okay.
View of the peaks up here are just phenomenal. I think we're about 3.5 at the moment, maybe less.
Meters.
Huh? 4,100?
Yeah.
So no more climbing today then?
I suppose not. That's good news.
That's pretty good news.
Oh yeah.
This is my summer holiday.
Yeah.
Break from school. Put myself through, I won't say torture. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Over the next few hours, we got first of many reminders of the season we had chosen to do the expedition in. The icy trek lasted all the way up until our next camp. A camp where we would spend the next day acclimatizing to the thinner air. After a night where our sleep was pitiful, the five of us arose at dawn and proceeded to go on an acclimatization hike to 4,500 meters. Here we did our best to enjoy the view, as the wind tried its hardest to blow dust in our faces. First sign of bad weather we've got. All we had to do for the rest of the day was eat, rest, and enjoy the breathtaking scenery. Straddling the Nepalese border. Those mountains are Nepal, and we're over here just on the border of Sikkim. 4,000 meters above sea level, and I'm absolutely roasting in this jacket. I'm going to take it off. The heat may have been a problem while we were out in the open, but as we descended back into the tree line, we came across a problem that we'd actually been expecting. Black ice. Look at that. Hard as a rock. Hard as a rock and slippery. Whoa.
He's a cheater. He's got quite big shoes and useful shoes. Look, he can even walk on ice.
We then proceeded up the river that would lead us to the valley of our last camp, where I decided to start whinging. It's the middle of the day. Back in Darjeeling they told us to pack from -10, -15 degrees during the daytime. Has to be around 30 degrees right now. There's no room in my day pack to put any of my clothes. I hate the heat. Joke's on me. Over this last hill, only an hour later, we came across the valley that would lead us straight up to the Goecha Pass. The last stretch of the hike was in sight. It's amazing. Over the crest of the hill, find this valley, find this camp. What's the name of this place? Tangxing. Here we stopped for lunch and learnt a little bit more about our surroundings. You've been up to the top twice?
Yeah, twice.
Okay. What's it called again? What's it called again?
Tenchinkang.
Tenchinkang?
Expedition peak.
And the goddess mountain? What's that?
The mountain that is a part of the Kanchenjunga.
That's Kanchenjunga through there?
Yeah, part of Kanchenjunga. Pandim.
Pandim. That's the mountain you're not allowed to climb. It's
Not allowed to climb.
spiritual. Yeah. So we're heading in through the gully?
Yeah.
In through the valley?
Yeah, we have to go to this valley and bottom of that ridge, bottom of the ridge, front of the Pandim, we have to stand down there.
Well, we made it to our last camp. We're at 4,200 metres, presumably. That's where we're heading tomorrow, up to the pass. Happy New Year, guys. December 31st, 2011. That is the sunset for the last time on Kanchenjunga this year. We will be the first people to go up Goecha Pass this winter. Oh yeah. This is our tent we're staying in tonight. 4 of us, all in here.
Slightly larger than my single man tent back home.
Oh yeah. Not better. So Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, Happy New Year. Woo! Happy New Year. We arose at 3 a.m. But before heading out under the cold night sky, we warmed up ourselves with fresh hot tea. An hour into the hike, DB stopped us and proceeded to claim that we were not the only ones around the Goecha area. The mountain Yeti is among us. That is the footprint of the Yeti.
The caretaker, he's talking about me, there is also one footprint that he saw last week.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really? Rather amazingly, for the rest of the morning, we didn't come across the Yeti. As the morning rose, the views became more spectacular, although the temperature failed to drop. And finally, after 5 days, we were there. Goecha Pass in the heart of winter. Woo!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, yeah. Welcome 2012. Cheers.
Well done. Welcome to Goecha. We wish you very, very happy New Year 2012. And success your dream.
The five of us had achieved our goal. Although at this point, there was one more thing on my mind. Yeah, first New Year I spent outside of Australia. Best one yet. However, we also were aware that we needed to get back to Yuxum as fast as possible, before the winter snowstorms hit.
Not a bad morning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do it again for sunset this time.
Yeah, it's a good idea actually, let's do it. Yeah.
A day after the pass, our luck ran out, and the snow came. Well, the wind has finally hit us. A day after the pass, we get a meter's worth of snow, maybe? Yeah. I don't have any gaiters, but that's my feet. And the path is over there somewhere, so yeah. There, where all the footprints are. So we gotta follow that for 18 k's today. We are in a whiteout. Whoa! Finally, on the 3rd of January, 8 days after setting off, we arrived safe back at Goecha. The first and only winter expedition on the Goecha Pass this winter.